Right, so vlog number one. So in these vlogs, I'm just going to take you through my training, my diet, my recovery, that sort of stuff. Originally, I did want to start this 16 weeks out actually, and then give you guys an update every week leading into the show. But the way things worked out, I got a little bit busy and carried away with other stuff, and I just kind of completely forgot to start it, to be honest. So better late than never. So what we'll do, I'll quickly backdate you to where I was 16 weeks out to where I am now, which is 8.5 weeks out, just to let you know the changes in body weight, fluctuations, and the changes Chris has made to cardio, that sort of stuff. So as you guys know, I've been working with Chris Aceto since January. We did the Ben Weider Classic in March, then the Nathan D'Asha Classic in mid-April. So since then, Chris has been very kind of conservative with my calories. He's kept them quite moderate. I don't, blow up post-show anyway. I never rebound too heavily. I've never really been a fan of that. So I've kept in quite good shape. I kept everything tidy. Up until about 16 weeks out, Chris ramped up my calories, or mostly my carbs actually. So we went from about 450 grams on my training days to about 750. And that was all from clean sources as well, so there's quite a lot of food. Protein on my training days and my rest days are pretty much identical, some like 350 to 400. Rest days, fats and training day fats are exactly the same, about 50 to 60 grams. I say around about because I don't actually know my exact macros. I don't really think Chris cares or keeps an eye on any of those sort of numbers. He kind of just knocks stuff out in food weight as we go, which works perfect for me actually, because I'm not one of these people that needs to know every intricate detail of the diet. I'm quite happy just being told what to do and when to do it. I don't need to be spoon fed. I don't need to be, I don't need my hand held through prep. I just need to basically just be told what to do. So that works out perfect for me. So yeah, 16 weeks out, he ramped up my carbs to 750. And to be honest, as soon as he did that, the first following days, I kind of felt like I was growing almost daily and not getting fat with it. So I was definitely utilising the food very well. Everything was going in very good. Up until about 11 weeks out, which was a few weeks ago, he then dropped my training day calories. Well, he dropped the training day carbs down to about 450. He kept the rest day the same, but then he did add half an hour of cardio fasted in the morning on my rest days. So the way my training split is set up at the minute, or it has been the whole year, is chest on a Monday with a shoulder top up, and then back on a Tuesday, rest on a Wednesday, shoulders and chest top up on a Thursday, arms on a Friday, legs on a Saturday, and rest on Sunday. So I was doing 2 cardio sessions a week, and that seen me drop went from about 245 to about 240, I'd say, around about that, which he then fed me back up. He gave me a high day. Then the next changes at 11 weeks out, about 9 weeks out, he made was he didn't drop any more calories. That was it. We added cardio in on my training days as well. So I've been doing that for about nearly 2 weeks now, or 10 days at least. He put half an hour of cardio at the end of the day on training days. So I'd have my 6 meals, wait an hour and a half after my last meal, then do half an hour of cardio, and then go to bed in an empty stomach. And that was on training days, and the cardio on the rest days was the same, half an hour in the morning. And that seen me drop another probably like 5-6 pounds in a week again, maybe even less than that. So he gave me a high day, not last Monday, the Monday before. Then I had another one on Saturday, and my high days consist of probably around about, including the burgers and chips, there's probably around about 1,000 grams of carbs, I'd say, maybe around 900. So I had one of those on Monday, then the Saturday, and now where we are today, which is Thursday, he's just given me another one today. So I've had about 10 days, I've had about 3 high carb days, because my weight just keeps dropping. So, which is a good thing. We want the weight to drop, but not too quick. So as soon as I drop sort of 2, 3, 4 pounds within the space of 2-3 days, or I look flat, he'll just fill me back up again. So that's where we are with the diet. Training wise, my recovery's been really good the whole year, to be fair, up until about the last week. I don't know what's happened, whether it's not CNS fatigue, because I'm quite aware of that. Normally when I get that, my sleep sucks. I'm demotivated, you know, I don't want to train, that sort of stuff. It's more, I'm training body parts and they're aching for about 6 days rather than usually they ache for about 2 to 3 days. So I'm not too sure what it is, to be honest. The only variable that I think's changed in this last week or two has been I suffer from hay fever. So I don't know whether that's affected my immune system or what's happened, to be honest. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, maybe kind of roll another week on, and if I still feel like I'm not recovering well, I might address it, I might take a few rest days, I'll speak to Chris, see what he thinks. But apart from that, everything's been good. I got my blood work done last week and had the results back. So I'll show you guys now, if I can find them. So yeah, my blood work was actually very good. Not that I expected it to be bad, but it was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So my hemoglobin was slightly on the high end, but nothing to cause concern. Hematocrit again was slightly on the high end, but nothing to worry about. My red blood cells were fine, everything else there, my blood count was okay. Then the levels that were elevated, that you would expect to be elevated from, you know, training, the stress of training, a high protein diet and having muscle mass, were all elevated. So my CK levels were high, about 1500. My urea was slightly elevated. My ALT again was slightly elevated. But when you're obviously on cycle, when you're training, you're an athlete, you have to read blood work a little bit different because you kind of expect certain levels to be out. So I did expect these ones to be out anyway because they usually always are. So, and that's whether even if you're not taking steroids, if you're putting your body under a lot of stress and, you know, having a high protein diet, these levels will be high. So again, they're not crazy high, but they're just, for someone who trains in that, they're pretty much average. So that was all good. My HDL was slightly suppressed, which again, that's a side effect from going on anabolics. Your HDL will always go down a little bit. My LDL was pretty good, to be fair. It's on the higher end, but it's nothing to worry about. So I think that's the main problem, to be fair. I don't think the main problem is your HDL being suppressed. It's more of your LDL being high. So as long as you keep your LDL in check, it doesn't really matter too much if the HDL's, you know, a little bit low. But again, I can just take some certain health supplements to sort that out, maybe some omega-3s, that sort of stuff. Then if we look at my hormones, obviously my testosterone's going to be crazy high because I'm on a pharmacological dose of anabolic, so that you expect. My estrogen's in check, my prolactin's in check, my progesterone's in check, cortisol's in range. My thyroid function's perfect. My thyroid stimulating hormones, mid-range, 3T4, 3T3, all perfect. And my vitamin D is mid-range as well. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised that my blood work was that good, to be fair. Like I said, I didn't expect it to be bad, but I didn't expect it to be that good. Which is great for me, because to be honest, if it come back and it was a mess, I would have probably just pulled out from the show, because it's not worth risking my health, you know, just for the sake of just doing a show. So people ask me all the time, actually, they say, you know, I feel fine, so I don't think I need my blood work checked. And that's okay saying that, but like, what I say is, what do you think happens when you have bad blood work? Do you think your blood hurts? Like, there's no real signs, so it's always worth getting checked out. Because again, what we're doing is not the healthiest sport, let's be honest about it. So it's good to, you know, keep collateral damage in there and just make sure that everything you're doing, everything as optimal as possible in the healthiest way. So that's pretty much it for the update. Again, I will keep one going every week now, just to keep you guys updated on my diet, my weight fluctuations, on the changes that Chris has made. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And the next one we posted next week, along with a chest and delt top-up workout that I'm doing with Jay Davis. So stay tuned for that, guys, and thanks for watching.